Hello everyone, welcome to my series on cloud computing, and this is the first video. This video talks about what is cloud computing, what is the definition of cloud computing. So if I have to define cloud computing in a very simple term, cloud computing is the accumulation of computing services online over the internet so that they can be accessed anywhere by anyone without having to worry about the costs associated with setting up the service locally, the cost associated with setting up the infrastructure required to run the service, the cost associated with building the service in-house. So that's cloud computing. So it's just the accumulation of computing services over the web online so that it can be used by anyone from anywhere in a much more economical way. Now let's try to understand this with an example. Now what we have here is a service requester service provider scenario. So I have a user who's requesting a service. The request goes to cloud. Now when I say cloud, think of cloud as a bunch of servers online over the internet that can be accessed by anyone from anywhere with the right access. So a user requests for a service and the request goes to cloud. And the request service is provided online, the request is served online. And the user pays for his usage. Now the user is paying only for the time he is using the service. That's it. He is not going to permanently purchase the service. He is paying based on his usage of the service and he is accessing the service online. So think about the flexibility it provides. Now let's talk about a normal scenario where a user wants to enjoy a video game. What does the user do? The user goes online and he purchases the game, right? So he has to pay a price for the game. So he purchases the complete version of the game. He has to pay the required price, and then he has to set up the game on his system. In order to do so, he needs to prepare his system to play the game on. He needs to make sure that his system is satisfying the minimum requirements which is required to play the game. And then the user plays the game only for a certain duration of the day, or maybe once or twice a week. But he's still paying the entire price of the game. And going further, any kind of updates that is required on the game has to be downloaded and updated or installed by the user. That has to be taken care of by the user. Now consider the same scenario in cloud computing terms. The user wants to enjoy a video game. The user goes online, connects to the cloud and pays the game on the cloud. The user pays only for the duration that he played. So if the user is paying for 1 hour, he pays a very small amount for that particular hour that he played the game. And that amount is much lesser than the entire amount that he paid for the full version of the game. The user need not worry about setting up a system, but because he is going on the cloud, he is connecting to a server online and is playing the game on the cloud. He doesn't have to worry about his system requirements. He doesn't have to worry about the infrastructure setup locally. And any further updates that is done on the game, any further updates that comes on the game is automatically updated on the cloud. Worst case, the user might need to pay a little extra amount for the update, but then again, he doesn't have to worry about installing the update. So this kind of a scenario is very, very economical, it's very flexible, and it's very much suited for research and development kind of environment where we are trying out a particular service. We're not sure of the service, we just need to try the service for a certain amount of time before getting the full version of it. So what we understand from cloud computing is cloud computing provides certain benefits. First of all, the user needs a service, but he gets the service for a much lesser cost based on his usage. The user need not worry about setting up the environment. So his local environment, his local system, that is not a dependent factor over here. That's not a showstopper over here. Because he's getting an environment online, on the cloud, to play the game, or to access the service for that matter. The user need not worry about keeping the service updated. So if the service is going through some upgrades, the upgrades will happen directly over the cloud system. The next time when the user logs in, that service will be available to the user with the upgraded version. He might need to pay a very small extra amount for that, but that's still very less than the amount that he has to pay to purchase the service and install it permanently on his own system. And the most important thing is the service is available online, so wherever the user is, he can just connect to the internet. He can just go online and the service is still available to him. So that's the flexibility that's provided by cloud computing. So in this video, we just discussed the definition of cloud computing with a sample use case. We're just trying to understand what cloud computing is. And in the further videos, we're going to discuss about the different service providers who are available on this field and how to choose the best service provider for your requirements. Thank you.